Hello, I'm Sara Ayler from SoftFlexCompany.com. Thank you for joining me today. Thank you for those who are already waiting and ready to go, especially on YouTube. I see a few of you are there and getting ready to watch. We are going to have a fun day today. We're going to be working with some of our fall pieces. We have a bunch of charms that I want to look at. We got new bales in 3 different styles from Tierra Cast this week. So we're going to take a look at those. I have some ideas for how you can use those with these charms, and then some other ideas as well. So we'll be looking at all of those. And then we have a brand new bag of Czech Glass Beads that is a mix made to match our 2021 fall winter Pantone quad, and is of course in all the colors that we've been working with. And this is free this week anytime you buy a quad, and you can get more than one free. It's 2.5 ounces of beautiful Czech Glass beads. Each mix will be a little bit different, but we'll take a look at the one that I got. And then I'm planning on making a charm memory wire bracelet using that bead mix. So thank you for being here. It's so good to see all of you. I see Tina and Stacy, and earlier I saw Gail and Tony. Thank you all for being here. I'm so glad to see you. I hope you had a happy Halloween. I hope it was a wonderful, wonderful holiday for you. We had a blast. I've been exhausted ever since. With 3 little kids 7 and under, Halloween is sort of a big deal around here. So they wore me out. Let's see, we have some things coming up, and I was going to look and see. I bet we have, there it is, the Great Bead Trade. This is coming up on Friday. I will be with KGOS at 1 p.m. Pacific time. If you're a regular viewer for SoftFlex Company, you should get a notification when we go live. If you're not a regular viewer, you want to join the Great Bead Extravaganza, and it is a Facebook group, and look for the video at 1 o'clock in the announcements section. It's a lot easier, though, if you just click in this video to get all notifications from SoftFlex Company when we go live. It'll be a lot easier to find that first video. The subsequent videos will all be in the Great Bead Extravaganza in the announcements section, so that's where you'll look for them. We've got some really interesting pairs. We've got me and Kay, and then Nile and Jamie Yoshida, Kate Richberg and Joe McKay, and then Abby and Christy will be on together. And every single one of us received one of these kits, and it has a little piece from each of us inside of it. We're going to break it open, and we're all going to make from the same materials, and we're all doing it in 1-hour segments and in pairs. So tune in 1 o'clock on Friday for me and Kay. I think we'll have a lot of fun. I love spending time with Kay, so I was really excited when I got partnered with her. I feel like we have a similar way of designing in the moment and like quickly. So I thought she'll be just such a good partner for me, and it's going to be such a good time to see what everybody makes. Afterwards, we'll have an album, maybe on Instagram, definitely in the Great Bead Extravaganza Facebook group. That's where everything gets posted. So if you're not a part of that group, make sure you go and join. And then the following week, we will have the real deal Great Bead Extravaganza, our 5th full-length event. And we will start with a preview night on November 12th, which is the week from this coming Friday. And then we will have 14 presentations over the course of the 13th and 14th. And Kristen and I will be on Saturday, November 13th at 1:30 p.m. Pacific time or 4:30 p.m. Eastern time. Kristen will be designing from our Great Bead Extravaganza kit. And these sold out just recently. So we don't have any more of them, but she'll be designing from this kit. I will be using some new Christmas components that are going in the shop next week. So I will have more of a Christmassy design because Christmas is one of my favorite things in the world. And it's going to be a lot of fun too. So I hope you will join us for that as well. Okay, did I get all the important stuff out of the way? I think so. I'm going to do that. And then we are going to turn down here and I'll check for some comments. Suzanne says she's watching from a campground. Oh no. Well, you can always watch it on replay if you have a bad connection. Angela says she's so excited for Friday. I can't wait for Friday too. Becky says she likes the bag. You know, that bag came from Kay. She sent it with her materials, so I'd have something to put everything in. It was so super thoughtful and sweet. I just love Kay over at Stars Beads. She's fantastic. Okay, we got a lot of beautiful stuff to look at today, don't we? Lots of beautiful stuff. So I'm doing a memory wire bracelet today. So I pulled out a variety of things that we've had new recently that I thought might work with the Czech Glass Bead mix that I'm going to be pulling beads out of. And so I pulled out some of my matte copper colored pips. I am just in love with this strand. I'm kind of surprised it's even still in the shop. These are Czech Glass rondelles that have a finish on them that just makes them look kind of like a black diamond. They're really, really fun, and they just add a lot of sparkle. So I have a strand of those. I have some of the 8mm fire polish. The bundle on these sold out, but we still have some of the individual strands. And this one has a little bit of a coppery finish to it as well. So I thought maybe I would like it with the copper pips if I wanted to go in that direction. And then I also grabbed these dark blue drops. I don't think these photographed very well because of their color. They're super duper dark blue, almost like a dark blue lapis, but really, really pretty. And so I was thinking I might use those today in my design. Look how well they go with the rhodonite bead strand. Really nice. You know what else I was thinking about this? I don't know if you guys know anybody who celebrates Hanukkah or the Festival of Lights, but I was thinking how this bead up here would be such a nice topper for a Festival of Lights ornament to give to someone who celebrates Hanukkah. It just really stood out to me, like having this almost like a flame shape and then doing something below it, you know, that someone could hang off their mantle or, I don't know, just spice things up a little bit. So I was thinking about that. I might make one of those one of these days. We still have some of our Woodland Walk bead mixes, but the kit sold out. So if you want to grab any of those, this mix and this mix are very harmonious. They would work very well together if you're looking for a good deal of fall beads to work with. This might be a really good combo for you. So I'm going to dump out this new bead mix. 2.5 ounces, I think is what it is, of Czech Glass. If you want to just buy the bead mix, it's $10.99. But if you want to get it for free, you would buy one of these quads of Softflex beading wire. So it's our 2021 fall winter quad. And you'll find it right on our homepage of our website. It has dark blue lapis. It has this beautiful brown topaz here, red coral, and then what we call bone. Really pretty combo. You get that, then you get this bead mix free automatically. It will just pop into your shopping cart for free. And each bead mix is going to be a little different. So some may have a little bit more bright red or a little bit more cream. You know, each one is going to be unique. Sometimes you may get a single bead and not a pair. So I always find that to be kind of fun. Like, look at this interesting bead. I don't see another one just like it here. So that's going to be kind of a fun bead today to maybe work into my memory wire bracelet, where I'm going to do just kind of a random assortment of beads and charms that are fall related. So you may get a bunch of the same kind. Like I think I got 4 or 5 of these little red squares that are so cute. 1 of these blue pieces. So there may be some things. I got 4 of these ones, which make a really fun pendant if I lined them all up. Could be really cool. So it is interesting because every single mix will just be a little different than the others. And it's kind of fun to see what you end up getting. So those are the beads that I'm going to use today. And then I might mix in maybe some of these red drops. I was thinking those could look really pretty. So I'm way into red this fall. I cannot get enough red for some reason. So I added these in. Let's talk about this before I get going on my bracelet. I added in these bales because we are going to have a live sale next week. We're having a live sale right here on Facebook on Tuesday and Wednesday. And on Wednesday, we're having a finished jewelry live sale. And we're going to have some of Mike's pendants that he has purchased over the years. They're all gemstone pendants, and they all come looking sort of like this in a bunch of different shapes and colors. And so we purchased bales because we wanted to give you the opportunity to buy a bale and make it look just a little bit more finished, especially if you're just going to throw it on a chain or make something real easy peasy with it. We thought this might be a way to make it easier for a gift for Christmas or whatever holiday, winter holiday you celebrate. So I'm going to stick this little end in here, and then you just take your chain nose pliers and close this down over the top of the gemstone, and you've got a really beautiful, beautiful bale option. So we got it in 3 different styles. We got this larger hammer tone in a bright gold and a silver. We got a smaller center hammer tone. And this one comes in more of an antique silver and an antique brass. And then we got a spiral one that kind of matches those new spiral rings that we have. And it comes in more of a brighter gold. It's kind of between the two of the bright gold and the antique brass. And then kind of an antique silver as well. So as I was playing around with these, thinking about these gemstones, I was also thinking about all the charms and things that we have. And one thing that I thought was super fun is that you can take things like this, the rings from Tiara Cast, and just simply put this over it. And I'll actually close this one up. And then if I even wanted to add something else, I could. Like I could add this little key. Oops. Here, let's string these on here. Not worry so much about where they are and focus on getting the key on there. So that sits right in that little slot there. Grab my chain nose pliers. I'm just going to ever so gently push this together. So that key just kind of slides over the 2 little notches. And then look at how cool that is, you guys. It's got the 2 rings and then that little key. And you've got like a little cute little pendant. Easy. And then you can go ahead and string that on some soft flex with some beads. I mean, that would even look beautiful with this set of beads. Or I could see this with the red over here. This is the Fire Whirl bead mix that we have available on our website. String it up with some of those beads. So cute. So that's one option. Another option I was looking at is what if I wanted to mix some metals, like what if I wanted to do more of a fall with this bird and tree charm And I grab my little hammer tone thing. And this time I close it up over here. Look at how that looks. Isn't that fun? So you can mix the metals together and just have like a lot of fun, you know, taking these charms and the rings and intermixing them to make a lot of really cool stuff. We have a bunch of new tree spirit charms. Those would work. So say I wanted to do that same kind of idea where I'm mixing metals. Oh, maybe not that one. Let's see. Oh, this one. Yeah. This one's a little better. Well, maybe it was this one that had the tighter hole. But similar idea with that tree spirit charm. I think I could make this stay. Let's do it just to make sure. So I would string my loop and then just center this and hold on to it, and then come in with your chain nose pliers and gently close it down. You want to be super gentle because you are bending the metal, and you also don't want to take the plating off. So you can also use your tool magic. Put your tool magic on your tools. Do as I say, not as I do, and then close that down over the top of it. I assume nylon jaw pliers would probably work well for this as well. I've bent this one a couple times, I think, so it's a little bit harder than it needs to be, but we'll make it work because that's what I do. I make things work. So that's what that one would look like. Isn't that cute? So once I started playing around with them, I was like, oh my gosh, this could be so super fun with the like little leaves. We've got these cool leaves you can mix in, the little violet leaves. We've got the tree fairies. And yeah, I think intermixing them together could be just so much fun. So I'm a big fan of these new bales because I think we're going to have a lot of fun finding new and interesting ways to use them. So let me get my memory wire out and we'll get started on that project next. So I'm going to use charms for it. Let me see, what color metal do I think with this color mix? I was thinking about adding in maybe some of these. Maybe the red. Could see the red being fun. So maybe we'll go with the copper, or maybe we'll go with the silver. The silver would really stand out, which would be fun. So I'm going to grab a couple of different charms, kind of fall charms in silver that we can toss in. We're going to make a memory wire charm bracelet. And I may throw in a couple beads from the other bead mixes as well. We'll just kind of see how we go. You can find memory wire right on our website. It's basically like a spring, very easy and fun to use. I do suggest some heavy duty pliers with it because it can be a little tricky to use because it's steel, so it's really strong. So I'm going to use these really nice multi-looping pliers. They're pretty heavy duty, and I think they will work really well. I'm going to make a loop about the size of the second size on them. So this is the smaller, and then this is the next size up. And so I'm just going to pinch on the end, and then I'm just going to turn the loop till it meets the other end. Just like that. And I don't know how many layers I want it to be. This seems like a lot of layers. So I'm thinking maybe we'll go half this, which would be 1, 2, 3. Maybe we'll go right here and leave enough for a different design later on. I'm going to use some memory wire cutters. Do not use your nice cutters on memory wire. Just don't do it. It never turns out good. These are heavy duty memory wire cutters. They'll snap it off, but they won't ruin the cutters. Your regular cutters, it will put dents into it and it just won't be great. So don't do it. I'm gonna move this over just a little bit. So we're getting a little bit less weird light. There we go. Okay. All right, so I got my memory wire ready to go. And I'm gonna find my end here and we are gonna hang out and string random. So I'm gonna start just with like a little red and just go for it. So I'm going to use all 4 colors from the Pantone colors, just like I did kind of in this bracelet. Intermix those colors. And I'm not going to spend too much time thinking about the design. One of my favorite things about memory wire is that you don't have to spend too much time on it. Ooh, this is neat. A 2-hole bead in my mix. Look at the 2 holes there, and then the 2 holes come out here. I'm going to save that for a future project. And I'm going to do a few, and then eventually when I feel ready, I'll just go ahead and add a charm. Easy. Don't have to put a lot of thought into it, but I'm getting my 4 beautiful colors together. That I want on the design. You can see the 4 colors there, the red, the adobe, the soybean, and then the rhodonite, which are the Pantone colors of the year, or excuse me, of fall and winter. And I can just kind of, I don't know, relax. This is like the most relaxing kind of design I do, like just get the beads on there and roll them all the way on to the end. Check it out. Does it look okay? You feel good about it? I'm going to add a charm now right there. So I'll pick up whichever charm I want to do. Maybe I'll start with the key. Just get a little jump ring. Open it up, slide my jump ring onto my little key, which you can find on the website, and string it on. And then just keep going. So I want to hear, if you dressed up for Halloween, what did you dress up as? Are you using the brand new Czech Pantone color mix? Yes, Kristen, I am. Kristen's asking if I'm using, yep, this whole thing is the brand new Czech Glass color mix. I am adding in some of these red drops because I'm sort of in love with them. I feel like they need to be a part of everything that I make lately. So I'm adding those in, and then I'm also adding in some fall charms that I'm excited about. Let's see what Marisol is up to. She says, so many possibilities when working with memory wire. So true. You know what I love to make with memory wire that I haven't made in ages is I haven't made, gosh, I love making this. Ooh, you know what I could do is maybe the red is where I'll put the charms. I'll put a red on either side of the charms. I like to make bangle bracelets. Years and years ago would make bangle bracelets. I'm going to do red. It'll be the one thing that I plan out in this bracelet is I'm going to do a red, then the charm, then the red. So it kind of highlights where the charm is at. So I would take multiple strands of memory wire and I would put them together with the spacer bar. I should do one of those projects. I haven't done that in so long and they're so fun. So that'll kind of highlight where that charm is hanging off of there. And I will just keep on trucking here. What is next? Kristen, did you see these? Were you here when I was showing these at the beginning? I'm pretty sure you are going to die when you realize you can make all these little pendants using the bails and the charms. Oh, Pam, the bangle bracelets are really great. I'll have to do that project. It is a fun project. I haven't done it in ages. That's the funny thing about making jewelry for as long as I have. You come and go on your projects. And sometimes you come back in a full circle. You're like, oh yeah, that was a pretty cool thing. Those pendants are so cool, aren't they? I knew you would like that. And you can mix and match all the different parts. So, I mean, I don't know. I'm pretty excited about it, to tell you the truth here. Okay, so I've got some colors going. Let's let it slide down. If you've never used memory wire before, it's kind of the world's best bracelet making. I mean, I guess I shouldn't say that because it should be soft flex, right? But it's really easy to use. It's really nice. It's fun. Doesn't take a lot of thought, but looks great. Yeah, so I'm a big fan. Let's put a little red, one of these cute little red guys from the mix. Look at this. You can even do these fun shapes. It doesn't really matter. You know, just string those beads on. If you've got a good mix of colors, it's going to look good. And I'm going to keep going. Maybe every half circle, I'll add a charm. So I'm going to go a little bit further. What do I want to do next? I've got red, blue. What color am I missing? This is kind of a fun color. It's not quite a red. It's a mauve. Nice, beautiful color for fall. Jessica says, so many pretty beads to choose from. I know. And Christian loves the mixing of the metals. Hope says, any hints for using memory wire without it attacking you? Oh, I hope it's not attacking you. A lot of patience. You know, I usually end up kind of holding it like this once I've got some beads on there. And then I string and I just sort of let them slide down the ring. So you'll kind of see me doing that as we're moving forward here. You know, where it just sort of slides in place and just keep on moving. I think this shape might be a little bit difficult, the rectangle. Let's do one of these pretty brown ones. You could mix in any of the other Czech Glass beads that we've added recently to our collection. We have a lot of beautiful Czech Glass and a lot of beautiful charms. And then you could do this for Christmas. You could do an all red and do Christmas charms, or you could have done it for Halloween, or still do it for Halloween if you're somebody who does Halloween all year long. You could do black beads and then do some Halloween charms hanging off of it. Be really, really cute. Let's see. Where are we at here? It's about right. So I'm going to add another charm on the other side. And then I guess I probably want to just go like halfway to the next one. That way the charms are sort of displaced. They're not all in the same spot, if that makes sense. I opened up my ring. Let's see. The next charm I'm going to do is this beautiful violet leaf, which you can find on the website. And where I do a charm, I am trying to do a little bit of this red. So I'm going to up here, string a red, string my charm, and back in again, and then let it twirl down. So you guys can see how that's kind of coming together. Now I'll bead to about here, and then I'll add another charm, and that way we won't have them laying on top of each other. They should sort of naturally spread out, you know, as it twists around my wrist. So Kristen, did you dress up as a spider queen for Halloween? Did you wear your spider necklace from the trick-or-treat party? Right. Gosh, there are some really pretty beads on here. Like this guy. Such a pretty bead. I'm going to save that for something special. Let's see if this one will go on. That's a nice one. I think that's a little over halfway, but it's going to spread out with my wrist, so it doesn't matter too much. I'm going to string on my next bead and pick my next charm. I think I will do this little tree spirit next. So I'm just going to open up my jump ring, grab on my tree spirit, close it back up, and string it on. My little red beads, kind of highlighting where those charms are going. So now I've got, is that fun? Easy peasy. And I'm looking forward to Friday. I'm saving my real creative juices for for this weekend, because we're going to be doing the Great Bead Trade, and it is going to be interesting because we only have an hour each pair. And so Kay and I are going to be designing together, and we are already talking about how we can fill up an hour really easily all on our own, you know, let alone sharing an hour. So it is going to be pretty fun to see how that turns out. Let's see. I did a highlight, you guys, on Instagram if you're interested in seeing all the fun Halloween stuff that we made this year. I did a highlight at the top of our Instagram page, and you can see all the cool stuff that not only we made, but that other folks made for Halloween using our parts and pieces. If you love it and you're making fall jewelry, please tag #SoftluxWire. And if I see it, I will include your design when I do the same for fall jewelry. And I'll probably do that around Thanksgiving time, I would guess. Let's do a little star. So beautiful and colorful. Okay, it's probably time for another charm so they don't overlap too much. So I'm going to string my little red bead and then pick which charm Maybe this cute little owl could come next. This is made by Tierra Cast here in Sonoma County. Beautiful little owl. You can still find that on our website. It might be under Halloween charms, but we have a few things in there that would still work for fall, even though they're marked Halloween, like the pumpkins. They are jack-o'-lanterns on one side, but they're pumpkins on the other. So like if you wanted to do one of these little veil designs with the pumpkin, you could totally do that. And I'll show that again, the veils at the end for anybody who's joined us just recently. I'll show you how to make those once again, just in case you missed it. All right. This is looking pretty sweet. And I can also hang a charm off the ends. So I have 2 charms left that I haven't used yet. Here, I also have these cute leaves. I think we sold out of these. Maybe I'll use these off the 2 ends of the bracelet. Looking good. Okay, what's next? Let's get a little bit of this Adobe color on here and do this one. A little bit. I'm kind of doing a little light and then maybe something a little bit darker. A little bit of that blue. The blue is really pretty in this mix. I really like these blue leaves. Have just like a touch of red in them. Gorgeous. I think it's time for another charm already, so I get it between these 2. Let's see how it's looking on my wrist, because it's going to fit very differently once it's on the wrist. Ooh, it's looking pretty good. I'm liking it. Let's do another charm right here. I'll do one of these little pumpkins. I love that the TC charms are double-sided too. Like the tree spirits, they're double-sided. It's so awesome. And there's a few of them that are double-sided. Not all of them, but there are a few of them, and it is very handy. Okay. I feel like that little red spot with the charm is like really pulling the chaos of the colors together in a way that I really love. Really fun. Okay, let's add some more beads. Let's keep going. I've got 2.5 ounces of beads here to enjoy. Ooh, that's an interesting little red bead. Czech glass is so fun. Just can add so much color. It's inexpensive, but beautiful. Let me see. These might be a little long. Should work okay. You see where I'm at with my charms too. I probably need one like right here somewhere. And then that might be my last one of these little trees. Who doesn't like just like a little fun charm bracelet? So after I do the bead trade on Friday, guess what it is that day, guys? It is my 10-year wedding anniversary. So my husband and I are going to go on our first overnight trip since before Jack was born. He's about 2.5 now. And we're going to go over by the ocean and just spend some quality time together. And I would be lying if I said I was not super excited. Thank you, Pam. Thank you, Diane. I will have a wonderful I'll have a wonderful anniversary. So I'm going to celebrate with the great bead trade, and then I'm going to head out and have some nice alone time with him. He's such a special guy, and as you guys know, he had a little bit of a bout with skin cancer this year, so those things always make you pause and recognize what's important in life. And he is very, obviously, very important to me. So it will be nice to spend time with just him. All right, last charm. Fun for fall. And sometimes it's okay to not overthink a piece, you know, like it's okay. It's okay to just go random, relax a little. And if it doesn't come out the way you want it, if you don't like it in the end, you just take it apart. Do it over. Do something different. It is going to be wonderful. It's right by the ocean, so we'll be able to walk on the beach, and I think they have an outdoor restaurant, so we can go out and have dinner and not worry about getting our unvaccinated kids sick. Which, hey, did everybody see kids from 5 to 12 are going to be able to get vaccinated? I am so super excited. Super duper excited for my kids. And we'll be signing up for their vaccinations probably tomorrow, believe it or not. It went by real fast. Okay, I'm going to do one last bead. And then the end of these has always been pretty tricky for me. Trying to get it just right so that you can turn the end. If any of you guys have tips for how to make the end work real well, I would love to hear what you think. I usually hold this, whichever size I'm using the little bit bigger size still. Hold it kind of next to my bead and then wrap over and around and try to get that loop pretty nice and decent in shape. That's kind of my way of doing it, but if you've got a good way to do it, I am all ears. And then you got to get in here with these weird cutters too, which is always tricky. So I'm just going to kind of take this and go out a little bit and then slide my cutter in so that I can cut that ring where I want it, which I'm thinking is about right there. And then come back with my chain nose and just kind of turn it into place so that it closes that up. And then I'll just add those last little fall bits. Where's my chain nose plier? There it is. You can use 2 chain nose pliers when you're doing jump rings. I tend to just use my fingers. I don't know that it's the best method. It's my, 30 years of making jewelry. It's like, I am not always the best with using all the tools properly. I just, over the years, have created habits of what I do, right? And close that up. And there we go. We've got let me take this one off. This is the one that I made a few weeks ago. And this has some of the other mixes that we have on our website. We are getting kind of low on some of these mixes. So if you wanted any of them, you probably want to grab one. You can buy these in a bundle of 4 with the quad, and you get a discount. And these are the Jesse James Beads mixes. And then I can just slide this right onto my wrist, and I'll just go through and kind of get those charms so they're facing out. Cute. I love the jingle. Oh, is the bundle sold out of the mixes? Oh, that's right, because did Adobe sell out? Was that what ended up doing it? See all the cute little charms, and then they just jingle as you're wearing it. Really nice, sweet, easy to do bracelet with the most popular colors for fall. And you can get this Czech Glass Bead mix that I used for free by simply buying a quad. It will pop into your shopping cart. And you can make something similar if you want. And your mix will be a little bit different than mine. Kristen will probably show hers on Monday. This mix is actually, not to ruin the surprise, everybody, a little bit of this mix, not the full 2.5 ounces, but a little bit of this mix went into every one of our bags that are in the kit for Friday. And so hint, hint, if you're going to get this mix, watch the Great Bead Trade on Friday, because you're going to have 8 designers possibly using this bead mix in their design. So look for that on Friday. It starts at 1 o'clock Pacific time, 4 o'clock Eastern time. And I'm going to show this pendant thing one more time for those of you that missed it at the beginning. We added new bails. We mostly added them because I'm going to be selling some pendants from Mike Sherman's collection next week. We are doing a 3-part live sale next week on Tuesday and Wednesday. Tuesday, I believe, is the 9th, and Wednesday is the 10th. On Tuesday, we'll have our regular bead sale like we normally would from Mike's collection. We have a lot of really stunning stuff going into that show. We're kind of focused on Christmas and having some really sparkly special things. On Wednesday, I'm going to be selling some of Mike's samples. And so there will be jewelry that he has made, jewelry that his grandmother and his sister and his nieces have made, as well as some of these beautiful pendants. And so we brought in the bails on the Soflex Company website so that you can easily grab some of these bails and maybe finish off the pendant and just throw it on a chain or a cord, for a Christmas present. We thought that might help. But they're also great for making little fun pendants. So all I did here was I took the bail. This is the spiral bail. And I closed down the tips on top of the tree spirit charm, and I put one of the hammer tone rings inside of it. And you can see that'll lay just really nice, really special. Same thing here. I did 2 rings, and then I added the little charm inside of the bail. So the bails come open like this. And if you wanted to do, let's see what other mixture I can come up with here. Ooh, this might be nice on the bright gold. This would be nice with this little little one here. If you don't like one of these, one thing you can do too, you don't want to do this a lot because it's metal and it will work harden and it can snap and break. You can put your chain nose plier inside of it and ever so gently open it and close it again. You don't want to do it over and over because eventually it'll snap and break. But if you decide, oh, that's not quite what I wanted, I want something different, you can come over here and switch it up. And again, you want to be real gentle. Having tool magic on top of your pliers would be better. Do as I say, not as I do. And look at that. You can intermix so many of our charms and these rings, and they're going to look really, really cool. Very, very special. And we've got tons of charms. We've got these great trees with birds that are really pretty. We've got the fantastic tree spirits in bright silver and gold and copper. We've got some of these leaves left, I think. This sweet little elephant, a key. I think the stars may have sold out, if I remember correctly. And then we've got all of the fun Halloween charms, and we will have Christmas charms coming up. So we'll be able to do this with our Christmas charms too. And I will definitely do a project that showcases that. So go get your quad this week while supplies last. You can get a free Czech Glass Bead mix that matches it beautifully. And we'll have a little bit of all 4 of those colors in it. You can also still get some of these bead mixes. I think the Adobe sold out, but we still have Fire Whirl. We have Soybean and this beautiful Rhodonite. And then we've got 3 custom bead strands right now that you should check out in the shop. The Rhodonite, which again, I think would be so pretty with these blue drops. We've got the Woodland Walk. If you loved that color combination of the cream and the mint green and the copper, that would be a great one to grab. And then, of course, we have beautiful soybean here as well. So lots coming up. Please join me on Friday for the Great Bead Trade. I'm going to pull that up one more time here for details. It will be happening in the Great Bead Extravaganza Facebook group. It starts at 1 o'clock on Friday, and there will be videos going on in the group all afternoon long with pairs of people designing together using that same kit and using this beautiful bead mix that I just showed you. And then there's going to be a preview night a week from Friday for the Real Deal Great Bead Extravaganza, which will happen on November 13th and 14th. So on preview night, you get to see all the different projects that people are planning. And so it's a great time to kind of get your schedule together, make sure you know which projects you're most excited about seeing, and have, just a little bit of an idea of what everybody's planning to do over the course of the weekend. And then the 13th and 14th, it's all presentations, 14 at least an hour-long presentations. So it's going to be super fun. Our presentation is 1:30 Pacific. Kristen will be using the Great Bead Extravaganza kit. I will be using some new Christmas materials that we're adding next week. And it's just going to be a ton of fun. So lots of things coming up still. I hope you guys had a really fantastic Halloween. I hope you're enjoying designing things for fall. I hope you're finding inspiration in all of the beads and charms and a variety of things that we've been adding to our shop. I'm going to do a quick look over Oh, and we're going to have giveaways for the Great Bead Trade. 2 of these bags, I made 2 extra. I put it all together. I made 2 extra bags, and we're going to give them away. So make sure you're paying attention to get on the giveaway list. And then, of course, the Great Bead Extravaganza has 3 big giveaways that we do every time we do a great big event. So that's going to be a lot of fun too. Let's see what we have here. Hope says, I love the quad. I bought the soybean just because it came with the package and it's my favorite. The soybean bead strand, it's so pretty. It's stunning. Let's see. Sarah, have you noticed a problem with the copper crimp beads lately? They're too small to fit the wire twice most of the time. I have noticed they're tighter, and I saw someone else mention it. Maybe it was you that had mentioned it to me. And I need to look into it for sure. I have been able to get 2 strands of 019 through it though. So I know they're working for 2 strands, which is what we generally have only expected for 2mm crimps. Just in the last few years have I been able to get 3 strands through the center, but I will look into it and see what's going on, if they've tightened it up a little bit and we need to work on a little bit of a quality issue there. Oh, Kristen says the elephants and the stars are sold out. I didn't realize the elephants sold out. I haven't even gotten to use those. I'll have to put them back in stock so someone can buy them. We also have spiral connector rings too. That's right. So you can mix and match. I have the hammer tone rings out, but there are spiral rings too, which could be a lot of fun to play with. I will take some pictures of the pendants for inspiration, and you guys can post what you make when you put things together. I want to see in the VIB group. Let's see. Thomas mentioned better than using your teeth. Thank you, Thomas. Carolyn asked, whose anniversary? It's my 10th anniversary, wedding anniversary on Friday. And strangely enough, it will be Andrew's from the Great Bead Extravaganza, Andrew's wedding day. So we're going to have a shared anniversary of November 5th. So that's kind of exciting and fun. And thank you guys for all the lovely comments and things. I really appreciate it. And yes, no way to get a 3rd strand in there. I agree. Will you email Kristen so I remember to check into those crimps? I know they've always been kind of tight, but I do feel like maybe they've gotten a little tighter lately. I think you need a new Christmas kit too, Jessica. I have it right here. They're going quickly. The bead strand is all gone, but we do have a few of these kits. It is our retro Christmas design kit. I will be opening it on the day before Thanksgiving, and we will be launching into Christmas all throughout the month of November because we're jewelry makers. So most of us are making for shows where we're going to sell or gifts, for the holidays, and you got to get ahead. So not only will I be doing fall stuff this month, which I'll do plenty of, we will also be doing a lot of fun Christmas things. And the Christmas kit is going to be the highlight, I think, of it all. So that's it for me today. You can find everything I used today on our website, which is softflexcompany.com. Enjoy that free bead mix. I hope you guys love it as much as I do. And please post pictures in VIB of what you're making with all your fun products. I will see you on Friday at 1 p.m. for the Great Bead Trade. Then I will see you next Tuesday at 12 p.m. and Wednesday at 12 p.m. for our next 3-part live sale. Kristen is here on Mondays at 1 p.m. Pacific time, trying to remember all the times. So you've got a lot of stuff coming up. Friday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. And then the following Friday is preview night and the Great Bead Extravaganza. So I'll see you guys a lot. Take care and keep on beading, friends. I love to see what you're making.